Sorry. It is Monday, May 22nd, 2023, 7:30 p.m. and I call this meeting of the Needham Design Review Board to order. I am the board chair, Mark Lusing. I would like to confirm that all members and applicants are present and can hear us. So when I call your name, please respond. Bob Dermody.
Here.
Steve Dornbush.
Here.
And also attending our town staff persons, Lisa Lichman and Kristen Patnode. So the applicants on the agenda, please let us know that you can hear us. 757 Highland Ave, Hamilton Highlands.
Yes, I can hear you.
And 45 Kearney Road.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Welcome to this open meeting of the Needham Design Review Board, which is being conducted remotely, consistent with the current regulations allowing this meeting to be an online meeting. The order allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. For this meeting, the Needham Design Review is convening by Zoom app as posted on the town's website on the Design Review Board page, identifying how the public may join. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. All supporting materials that have been provided members of this board are available on the town's website. Public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Please note that this meeting is being recorded, and accordingly, please be aware that other people can see you and hear you. Please take care not to screen share your computer unless the chair approves. Please remember to mute your phone or computer when you're not speaking. I would like to review the meeting procedures for tonight's meeting. I will introduce each applicant on the agenda. After they conclude their presentation, the chair will take comments or questions from Design Review Board members. After discussion, each vote will be by roll call vote. The building department requires electronic submission of building permit applications. A copy of your application, stamped and noted for the type of approval you receive, will be emailed to you by the DRB support staff. That can be attached to your building permit application. We'll start with the first item on the agenda, which is the Sign Center, Kathy Brown, 757 Highland Avenue, formerly Webster Green, now with an option to become Hamilton Highlands. So go ahead, Kathy.
Good evening, everyone. I am representing Hamilton Company, who is the owner of Hamilton Highlands. They took over Webster Green, I believe, a year ago, and they are trying to get new signage up. The original Webster Green sign is well past its useful life and really does need to retire. Maybe a nice shady spot in Florida would be good for it. So I am proposing a new sign, which is under the 12 square feet max allowed for that area. It's a 29.75 inch by 57.5 inch post and panel sign, double-sided. We will be reusing the existing spotlight illumination, direct burial mount, and the two colors, the gold and the blue, will be first surface applied vinyl graphics. If you have any questions for me, please do.
Okay. Yeah, why don't we start with Steve? Do you have any?
Not really. It looks pretty straightforward. And the size is because I noticed it's a little smaller than the previous sign. The
Yes, it
size
is.
Adequate for their needs.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, Bob?
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I find it a little hard to read the Hamilton Company and then Hamilton Highlands. Since Hamilton Company is on top, that seems like it's the location of the Hamilton Company. And I think it's the building complex is going to be called Hamilton Highlands. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
That to me should be more prominent. Is there any way you could put the Hamilton Company below Hamilton Highlands?
That is one possibility I had not discussed with the client.
Okay.
I don't see where they like to identify themselves than their location. Is my understanding as far as that goes. I could bring that up to the client.
Okay. I think this is more of an identification sign for the property. So in my opinion, Hamilton Highlands is more important than who owns it. And it's the same name too. So, just an idea. I'd like to see what my colleagues think about it as we continue to discuss it.
Okay,
will
thanks.
I will tell you that the Hamilton Company marketing group did approve the sign as
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Well, on that line then, what is the size of the lettering for Hamilton Highlands? You know, how tall are the uppercase letters? And then do you know the size overall from the top to the bottom of that Hamilton Company logo?
Did they put it? No, they did not give it to me on this. For that. Okay, this is not our normal sign proof. This was from our other office, and they did not supply me with the font sizes. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Okay, then the other question is a little bit about the construction. How is that? So this is an oval 2-inch thick.
2-inch, it's 2-inch thick HDU sign foam, which
So-
will be painted white, sealed. The vinyl will be applied to it in 2 colors.
Okay.
The
And how is the oval attached to those posts? Are there slots in the post? Are there
it's
brackets
slots,
we're not seeing?
it's slots or clips.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how they're going to finally do the attachment points on the sign. I believe that they are going to be clips
Okay,
up and down,
okay.
and it's a 3-foot deep footings. So
Yeah.
the sign won't be going anywhere.
Okay. I don't particularly care that the company wants to have their name there, as actually, as like Bob said, it's almost more important than the name of the complex, but I do feel like if that overall graphic logo was reduced a little bit, that it would help get a little more negative space in there, and then let Hamilton Highlands be a little more prominent without kind of trying to eliminate or move around that logo.
That's an
Okay.
idea. Yeah.
Steve and Bob, does that you
That-
think
that-
that's
Yeah, I mean, I'd still prefer below, but I appreciate the suggestion of shrinking the Hamilton Company. So I think that would help.
Mhm.
okay?
I
So-
concur with that.
It's tough because we
Another
don't know how
mark-
big it is, but
Yeah, well, we could do a percentage maybe.
yeah.
Another question I had, if I may, I'm not familiar with the material. It's some kind of a sign foam. Is that what you called it, please?
Yep, it's a high density urethane foam. It's at the 18-pound level, which is very strong. We use it off and on when you need strength but lightness. And it's also used for signs to create the wood carved look.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have seen these before, Bob, that they are often carved. Yeah.
And so there's no edge, there's nothing, it's just a solid piece of material in this shape. There's no edge cover or
Correct.
anything like that, right? Okay, fine.
Correct.
And the color is of the posts and the sign is white?
Yes.
Okay.
And it
the-
has solar lights on the top. Little tiny hockey puck sized solar lights are at the very top of the posts.
So then
Those low wattage.
so would they be in addition to the lights that are still there to be reused?
The lights that are there are actually spotlights that are aimed at the sign panel.
Are those staying or going?
The lights, the existing lights are staying.
And
The,
then also we'll have the puck lights in addition to those.
what they are is they present like a glow, and that's about it. They're not meant primarily for lighting. It's just for like ambiance. It would just create a small glow. If you've seen those, the
So-
little garden lights on stakes, and they go through like 4 different colors, they're not particularly bright. They don't create glare of any kind, and if anything that was created goes straight up,
So it's an accent light for the post, basically?
Yeah. just to make it a little pretty.
Okay.
And are those wired or are they solar powered, did you say?
They're
or-
solar powered.
And are they the same size of the post, or are they gonna be bigger than the post top?
Nope, they will be the same size or even a tad smaller than the post.
And is that what we see in the drawing there, that little larger cap on the post, is that to indicate those lights?
That's what's going to have the solar caps.
Okay. All right. And
So Kathy, what would be, do you understand what we're driving at when we talk about reducing that overall scale of that? So it's just a little bit less important than the name of the complex?
So you would like the Hamilton
That whole-
icon with
That
the
whole
little,
graphic, the line.
the
and
whole graphic you would like smaller. You would like to have seen that underneath Hamilton Highlands, is that correct?
Well, I think I'm okay with it on top. I think if
Okay.
it becomes just
If
an
it's
accent
smaller.
piece.
Okay,
So can you, given the scale of that, 10% would be reasonable? Will that work or?
I believe 10% would, but considering it's an 11 square foot sign, I will go back to the customer and show them what 10% reduction in the icon is. And I will also get the measurements for the fonts for you after the reduction, so that you know how big the lettering is.
Well, we have the ability to, what we do is we approve it with conditions.
Mhm.
So I think what we'll do is we'll add a condition and approve it, and if they're comfortable with it, then you don't have to come back. You can just go ahead.
I don't see a huge problem with the 10% reduction.
Okay, well, is that okay with the other members?
Mm-hmm.
yes,
All right.
Yes.
So I would take a motion to approve the Hamilton Highlands sign. 757 Highland Avenue, with the condition that the ownership graphic be reduced 10%.
so moved.
I second.
Now we come to the vote. Bob,
Yes,
Steve,
Yes.
and the chair says approves. All right, thank you, Kathy. We'll
Thank you
put
very
this
much.
together for you,
Thank
and
you,
then
Kathy.
Lisa will get it back to you, and you can, if there's an issue with them, you can come back to our next meeting.
I will do that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is 45 Kearney Road. Verist Engineering. Is Bart here from Viewpoint Sign? So go ahead, Bart. Why don't you tell us what you're doing here?
There, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Bart Steele from Viewpoint Sign, and I'm here for 45 Kearney. You folks might be aware of the project. The Needham Gould Portfolio LLC, better known as Entrim, has been upgrading those buildings significantly. And they're trying to come up with a sign type, which may be something that they can do consistent as do tenants come in and out of the building. So what we're looking to get approved from you folks tonight is a set of halo letters. Halo letters are fabricated aluminum letters that are pinned off, and they have LED illumination inside the light. So that inside the letters. And so on your rendering there, you can see a day version and you can see a night version. So that the light only creeps around the sides and the backs of the letters and doesn't project out like it traditional channel letter. That's what we call the halo letters. I'm sure you must have seen them before. So the sign is 22.3 square foot. The logo portion is 22.5 by 22.5. The V and the E are only 10 inches high, and the secondary copy is smaller than that. I don't have it noted on the drawing, but you can see it'd be less than 10 inches on there. That is their logo, and it's in their logo colors. And this is certainly an upgrade from all of the other signage that you see on the street. And like I'm sure you can see that they've upgraded the building. They've put accent points on the building, painted the building, and part of the goal here is going to be to upgrade the signage as time goes on and turnover happens, etc. If you have any questions on how the halo lighting letters, what they look like, hopefully the drawing gives you an idea both day and night. But I'll be happy to answer any questions.
I have one quick question. The entrance for this place, the door, and to the right.
Sure, if you go, thank you for the question. If you go to the very last item that was in your package, that picture pretty much shows it best. Do you have that? It says current.
Yeah,
current
I'm looking at the
current
package now.
Current elevation 5923 is when I took that picture. Their entranceway is that entrance that you see to the left. It's in the little cubby area. I don't know the correct architectural term for that, but currently their sign was on the left side of that entrance
Right.
area before, and now it's going to be on the right side because of the way that the entrance is more to the right than it is to the. Symmetrically, the entrance is more to the right than it is to the left. So this location is actually not substantially closer, but closer to their entrance.
But it works a little better. I can see that.
Absolutely, sure, yes, sir.
Okay.
And they had a real old box sign, as you can see. That sign has been removed when they upgraded the building. And we're hoping to get these halo letters in its place.
Can't hear you, Mark. Is that only me? Oh,
That's me. So there's some variance in the pictures. Have they completed some of the architectural work? Those accent bands and some of that metal work, that is done now?
Yeah, the very last item on the packet, that picture I took on 5/9.
Okay, great.
So you can see they totally fixed up the walkway and they added some benches there. And
Yeah, no, we reviewed the design changes to the building a while back.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure how far they'd advanced the work. Bob, do you have any questions?
Yeah.
yes, I do. Looking at that photo that you noted with the big pickup truck and the work truck there, 5'9".
Sure.
And it's in black pen, location and proposed wall sign. Do we
Right.
have an idea how big that gap is under that lowest metal band?
Yes,
like-
yes, sir. It's exactly 36 inches in height from the last band to the window.
Oh, thank you. That's very helpful. Good to know. So 36 and the sign, the logo, the square is 22.5.
Yes,
Which-
sir.
Biggest dimensions. So
Mm.
from 36, that's 6 and 7.5, 13.5 divided by 2. If I can do math in my head.
It's about 7 inches top and bottom, so.
Yeah, 6 3/4. Yeah, 7 inches. All right, that's helpful. That's better.
And the logo itself will actually be slightly smaller than the logo on the old sign was.
Okay.
And you can see that in the picture on I don't know, the second or third page of your drawings.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting to see going forward how some of the other signage works for some of these other businesses, because that wouldn't be an ideal location from our perspective, but I think it works well. Given the architectural features that are going on that they've added. So,
Sure, yeah,
I think it's-
because of those elements, it is restricted, so.
Yeah.
But we think it works well.
Yeah, no, it fits the composition of the building well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think the sign now matches sort of the
Yeah.
aesthetic there with those metal bands and the pin letters. I think that'll be an improvement. I agree.
Sure.
I was thinking the same thing too, actually, as I was looking at it. It's like an appropriate design and appearance.
okay. So if there are no other questions, I'd take a motion to approve the sign for 45 Kearney Road, Verist Engineering as submitted.
So moved.
So second,
All right, and we vote. Bob,
Yes.
Steve,
yes.
and the chair approves. Right,
Thanks, Steve.
thanks, Bart.
Thank you very much. And
All right.
I would just like to, I'd like to say thank you, and I appreciate Elisa's help with all of these projects as we've been moving forward. She's been very helpful.
Elisa's the best.
Yep. So thank you.
Okay, next item is the minutes of April 24th. The only ones there were Steve and me. So,
So I can leave already?
yeah, so are there any, do you have any corrections or comments, Steve?
No, did we ever figure out the answer to the question about the bank?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
We reduced the letters, but not the box.
That-
Okay, so I would take a motion to approve the minutes of April 24th, 2023.
I move,
Right, Bob, you can actually second just for the record. So,
Yeah, I can do that. I'll second
Yeah.
for the record.
and we vote Steve
yes.
and the chair approves. So,
I'd like to abstain officially.
yes, Bob will abstain. And the last item is a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Okay, and the vote, Bob,
Yes.
Steve,
yes.
chair is yes.
What's for dinner, Mark?
Meatballs on chickpea and some kind of harissa sauce.
Wow. All right.
Sounds
Enjoy.
good.
Hey,
I
look
can
at this.
smell- I can
22-minute
smell it right
meeting.
now.
I think this could be a new record.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had a short one.
Yeah,
right.
and I'm glad we were here to enjoy it. Thank